Garrett, welcome, man. Welcome to our new office.
Thank you. Looks great.
For those of you watching, Garrett and I just came from a closing. What happened?
It was a lot of positive vibes. Great hugs at the end of the closing. The buyers used a 100% rural development loan for a home in Casco. They are.
Let's talk about this 100% financing. This is why I'm like, Garrett, we got to record this right now, right here today, like live from the trenches, guys. This is crazy. I remember, years ago, people were talking about like 100% financing, and like people were wondering, like, is it back now? Can I really buy a house with like no money down? And we went to closing, and basically, they bought a house with like less than $1,000 out of pocket, right?
Well, actually, no. They got back about $750, which was
Really?
Most of their earnest money, which was $1,000. So they got back at purchase of the house $750, which was most of their earnest deposit that they put down.
Well, let me just reiterate that, guys. If you're watching this, if you're looking to buy a house, I feel like a lot of people, there's this like great misnomer, like, oh, I gotta have 20% down, I gotta have like 50 grand to buy a house. But you're saying, if you've got like $1,000 in the bank, or let's back up for a second. Let's talk about, this is the Rural Development Program.
Correct.
What do we have for requirements? Like usually there's like, PITI, principal interest tax. No, I'm sorry. There's reserves. Like you gotta have reserves in the bank, right?
It all depends on the whole picture of the borrower. The highlights of rural development are 100% financing, 30-year fixed, a reduced or a lower amount of mortgage insurance that is required each month. You have to be in a quote-unquote rural area, which 99% of the state of Maine is considered rural.
It's fantastic. If you live in Maine, you can probably qualify for this program. What are we looking for FICO scores, roughly here?
620 to 640 at a minimum.
Which a lot of people have.
They do. And we can help with that if there's somebody that needs some adjusting or tweaking of the credit. But there's also an income restriction.
Okay.
A 1 to 4 family household, Cumberland County, it's about $79,000 a year, and there's some you get a deduction for any dependents, any child care that's paid. So there are a lot of people that fit under that. And the beauty about it is that it's a one-time qualifying. You're not re-qualifying every year and have to stay under that. That's for the Rural Development Guaranteed Program, which is the one that you and I just had a closing on.
Okay. So let's jump back to that number. Like if somebody is looking to do rural development here in Maine, how much cash do they need in the bank? Is there like a reserve, like you have to have like 3 months of payments put aside? What is there a number for that?
There's really not, and it depends really on
No,
FICO
so like
score.
if I've got like $1,000, like I might qualify provided I have good credit and good income?
Correct.
What?
The
That's
lower,
crazy. That's
the
great.
lower, the
That's
lower
great.
credit score borrowers, it's helpful to have those reserves that you're talking about. That 2 or 3 months of the total payment, have that verified somehow, some way post closing. Retirement, 401k, stocks, bonds.
Okay.
Any additional funds really helps the lower credit borrowers with the rural development program.
And let me jump back to, I apologize, the intro was kind of pretty abrupt here. For those of you just watching, just joining us here today, Garrett Ryan is at Franklin American Mortgage on Forest Ave in Portland. What's your phone number, Garrett?
207-749-8179.
So Garrett and I have worked together on a lot of deals. I sell real estate and Garrett finances a lot of my deals. And so it's great to have Garrett's insight as, the mortgage guy, like the best in town here to tell us about these programs. We just did this deal, and I'm still just taken aback at how easy it is for people to buy a house if they're serious about it, if they have good credit and a good job. That's
Absolutely.
just great. Let's talk about more about the homes that qualify for the rural development program.
Sure.
I think you were saying like 1 to 4 units. Is that right?
No, for rural development, it has to be a single family house.
Okay.
Rural development goes off of household income, so they will not lend on a multi-unit or for a home that has an in-law apartment.
Okay.
It has to be a single family.
Okay.
But there are no acreage limitations anymore.
Fantastic.
Years ago, there used to be, and the USDA did away with that. I guess it was late last year.
Because I think that's another problem we've seen before in real estate finance is that if you have a home with like over 5 acres of land, it's called rural. Banks don't want to touch it, right?
Depends on the appraisal and the comparable sold properties that are there. But
Okay.
again, for this program, that's 99% of the time that's completely acceptable.
Awesome. Guys, really, if you're looking to buy a house in Maine, you don't want much money down, but you've got a great job and great credit, definitely give Garrett a call. Even if you have bad credit. Now, Garrett, you help people improve their credit? Yeah?
I will. I can give somebody an action plan of what they need to do if there's issues on credit. and I can tell them what they need to do to follow and be there, and approximately, how long it might take.
So
Some
if
people
somebody-
are quick fix, others takes lots of time.
If somebody's out there in Portland and they're like, my credit's so, they're kind of hesitant about calling you, is there a charge to find out, like, how much money will it cost me to apply for a loan?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. And at the
Nothing,
very
you
least,
guys. That's awesome.
at the very least, I can guarantee you'll leave with some good tips of information, some good knowledge from just having, if nothing else, having a conversation with me.
And how much time does the pre-qualification process take? Like, if I called you up today, I'm like, Garrett, can I get a loan? How much time does the loan application take on the phone here? What are we looking at?
I could get started with somebody in 20 minutes.
20 minutes,
on the
guys.
phone. I can do some of it via email through my website. There's ways to do it quicker, depending what's there and how much we have to dig in. It could take, I might need 24 hours, 48 hours to solidify a pre-approval. For
I think the key thing too for a lot of people looking to buy a house, like there's this whole misnomer, you gotta have 20% down. People are just intimidated. They don't even take that first step.
Sure.
And that's what I'm trying to say here, guys. If you're looking to buy a house, buy your first house here in Maine, just take that first step. Give Garrett a call.
Yeah.
20 minutes. I mean, everyone's got 20 minutes. Even CEOs have 20 minutes they can spare for priority.
Agreed. And very low pressure. I'm informative, educational, and I'm not pushing anybody. I'm not calling 3 times a day to try to get somebody's business. I'm here as a resource if they need help and education along the way. And generally that comes back to work out as good business. But again, there's no cost, there's no obligation, and they'll definitely get some positive tips and right direction.
Awesome. Well, Garrett, thank you for this report live from the trenches. My name is Matt Byron. I'm on the Harrigal-Kenny team here at Portside Real Estate Group in Portland, Maine. My phone is 207-239-5928. Again, Garrett, what's your phone again?
207-749-8179.
If you want to get your first house, give Garrett a call, give me a call. We'll do our best to make it happen for you. Awesome. Thank you, Garrett. Appreciate it.